Hello there! Have you ever heard of expressions? Well, expressions are a great way to use After Effects in an efficient way. They streamline your work and help you get things done a lot quicker. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. In our video today, we'll learn all about expressions. So buckle up and let's jump right into the video. An expression is a very small part of JavaScript code that is plugged into an animated property and that evaluates to a single value for a single layer property at a specific point in time. In other words, an expression changes the value of a certain layer property. Still confused? Basically, expressions help you create and link complex animations. When you write an expression on a property, you can start establishing relationships between that property and other layers. These animations include wiggling, rotating, bouncing, looping, and so on and so forth, without having to manually and tediously create each of the keyframes of that animation. Let's give you an example of how an expression is used. You want to animate a ball running in a circle, but also rotating at the same time. Rather than animating the position property with keyframes, you can apply a rotating expression to it. An alternative to using expressions, well, kind of, is using the pickwhip functionality that helps you automatically generate code and define relationships solely by literally linking. In our last video about After Effects, we talked about scripts in depth, and if you have watched that, which we highly recommend, you will notice the great similarity between a script and an expression. So, is there a difference between them at all? Yes, there is. Expressions are applied to properties of layers, cameras, effects, and so on, but they can't create anything. In contrast, scripts are run on demand. You run the script, it does its job, and you move on. Scripts can create things like projects, comps, layers, cameras, keyframes, and so on. With a script, you can create an expression, but the opposite does not apply. In addition, a script requires for more coding than an expression does. That being said, you can use an expression without using a lot of code, and can actually do so using only a word even. Expressions and scripts do cross in some elements, such as requiring code and using code to perform some kind of action instead of using the graphical interface of the software they are used in. Expressions are commonly used by people who are intermediate to experts with After Effects. You can also use After Effects without having to ever use expressions in your work. So why even use them? Well, if you're a motion graphics artist or generally someone whose work relies heavily on making a lot of animations that happen to be complex, you might want to learn how to use expressions. They do a great job of automating a lot of tedious work and giving you the best results for very minimal effort. Oh, and speaking of using expressions, here are some of the most useful expressions out there. This can also help you get a better understanding of how expressions work and what they do exactly. Let's jump right in. Maintain stroke with expression. This expression is for those of you who use strokes a lot in your animation in After Effects. This expression tells After Effects to keep the width of your strokes consistent despite the scaling of your layer, whether up or down. This will save you a lot of time. You will not have to do this tedious process manually. Maintain scale while parented expression. Simply put, this expression helps maintain the scale of a layer even when its parent scale is changing. Rotation expression. This one is easy enough. This expression will make an object rotate. The speed at which the object rotates is also modifiable. All you have to do is enter a number. Wiggle expression. This expression is exactly what its name denotes. It helps you make your object have erratic movement based on user-defined constraints. Other expressions include, but are not limited to, time, value, anchor, bounce, random, posterized time, loop out, reference in comps, and math around. Well, we have reached the end of our video. We hope it answered all of your questions and curiosities about expressions in After Effects. Make sure to check out our other videos about After Effects in our newest series. Comment below if you think that we've missed something or if you have any other suggestions. Thank you for watching as always, and see you next time.